Hi again, fellow unlicensed thinkers. I want to tell a story to start off with. So there's a man, he's walking along a riverbank, and he comes across a bend in the river and he sees someone on the opposite bank, and he yells across to her. He says, "How do I get to the other side?" And she responds, "You're already on the other side." Now, of course, this story talks about perception and seeing the world only from our point of view, from our preferences, from where we are at that moment. Because to each of them, the other was already on the other side. But before I get into that more, if you could hit the like button for me, it's right there. I can't quite reach it. Thank you very much. Helps me out in the algorithm so much, you have no idea. Now, you may or may not have heard, but presently there's some things happening with the US election. And some things are in question. And that's kind of what inspired this video, is we need to make sure that we're looking at things from that other perspective. And here's the big point of this video, but there's more to it. It's just, you'll see. The big point here is that thing of perspectives and the thing that we don't do. And what don't we do? Well, when we don't like something, we question it. We say, I don't like that. I can tell you all these reasons why I don't like that. But what we don't do enough is when we like something, we don't question it. Get your butt off camera, buddy. All right, there we go. So I think about that. How often when you like something, when you hear an opinion or a news story or something like that you like, you say, yeah, that's right, that's it. How often do you question that? Well, not very often. I have to kind of force myself to do it too, right? Because it's so easy to say, well, I like that, so it must be true. But why do you like it? That's the question, is why do you like it? When I hear, and it doesn't matter which side I'm on, I'm sure some of you who watch my videos have figured it out by now, but it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're looking at what's going on and you hear there is an issue or there isn't an issue or this person is lying or that person is lying, and you say, yeah, that's right, those guys suck. Well, think about that for a second though. Why did you like that? Why did you like that news story that favored your side? Why did you like that news story that was against their side? Is it because you really thought about it and it really fits in with your morals? Or is it because that is your side? And that's usually what we tend to do. Like I said, I'm guilty of it myself. I watch some of these news stories and I'm like, oh, those idiots, or I can't believe they're falling for that, right? Well, so is my counterpart on the other side. So is my counterpart who's rooting for somebody else. That counterpart is looking at me going, what an idiot. I can't believe he fell for that. So we're sitting on these opposite sides of the river and we're not really looking at it from the perspective of the other person. And you think of some of the stuff that's going on these days. You have both sides will say things like, we need to put the other side in re-education camps because there's no reforming them. They just need to go into these camps and be slaughtered or slave labor or whatever we do with them. Both sides are saying that. But think about that from a moral perspective. Does that fit your morals? If the other side is doing that, don't you look at that and say, that's terrible? Well, why is it all of a sudden not terrible if your side is doing it? That doesn't make any sense. Or with the whole thing going on with the U.S. election, you say, well, there is cheating or there isn't cheating, and we should look into it or we shouldn't look into it. Well, don't look at that question so much. Look at, what do my morals say? Do my morals say we should be absolutely crystal clear that there is nothing going on and we should look into anything that might be going on? Well, that's pretty consistently followed, right? I mean, if something was going against your side, you'd want to look into it. So wouldn't that apply to people on the other side? If something is not working out in their favor, they'd want to say, hey, wait a minute, I want to look into this, just like you would. So we all want the same things. I mean, another example of this outside of that stuff that's currently going on is there's a test to tell if something is racist or sexist. And that's if you've said the thing or you're intending to say the thing and you replace whatever you were going to say with your race or your sex, does it all of a sudden sound sexist or racist? And so an example would be if I were to say, all Mexicans are blank. Well, okay, now I replaced that word Mexican with all white people are blank. Wait a minute, that sounds racist, right? And so no matter what your race is, if you do that test, and no matter what your sex is, if you do that test, you will be able to tell if what you've said or what you're going to say is racist or sexist. And so, again, we're looking at it from another person's perspective. And we're realizing that to that other person, they are on the other side of the river. They already are on the other side, and you are on the other side. So these consistent morals are very important. And this asking yourself, why do I like something? Why do I like that piece of information? Why do I like that opinion? Why do I like that news story? When you ask yourself that, you force yourself to both understand what it is you like about it, why you like it. Does it come from an ego? Does it come from pushing an agenda? What does it come from? Why do you like it? Do you like it because liking that particular opinion is going to get you in better with your friends? Excuse me, maybe it'll get you more friends. But why do you like it? Does it just fit what you've always believed and you never really thought about it? Does it actually fit your morals? Does the whole situation fit your morals or not fit your morals? That's going to be really important. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within. So that's where our true punishments are. Whether you believe in God or religion or whatever, your true punishment is always going to come from within. So make sure that it fits your morals. And be sure that you're looking at it from this other perspective. So would you want that done to you? Is that generally the right thing to do? And these are the things that fit into when you like something, when you get that opinion that you say, yeah, that's it. I know it's hard to do, but stop yourself there and say, wait a minute. Why do I like that? Why do I like that? Is it really me liking that? Is it my ego liking it? Is it something that I feel like I have to do because I'm in a certain group? Why do I like that? What if the people on the other side thought the same way I do? Well, they sort of do. It may be in opposition, but they're thinking the same thing. And so think of it from their point of view. When you're going to call somebody terrible, when you're going to call somebody indoctrinated, they think the same thing about you. Now, here's a fun one, because am I superior to the person I think is wrong? Because that's what I'm saying. If I'm absolutely clear-cut, you are incorrect, then what I'm saying is I believe myself to be superior to you. I believe that I have knowledge that is superior to yours. I believe that I am smarter than you. I believe that I am less indoctrinated than you. I believe that I am just generally better than you. Because if I didn't think that, I'd be open to really understanding what you have to say, really looking at it from your perspective and trying to see, am I possibly wrong? But I'm so convinced that I'm right that I'm willing to basically say, you are inferior to me. So anyways, think about that. That's just some points to consider with all of the stuff going on and the way everybody's pointing fingers at each other. That's exactly it. We're all pointing fingers at each other. So who's right? The truth is probably in the middle somewhere. Be willing to listen to other people. Be willing to change your mind. Be willing to look at something and say, why do I think this way? Why do I like this? What is my motivation to think this way? So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to hit like and share the video around. Have a great day. Good job, bud. Yeah, doing a good job cleaning.